Christopher Charles Lloyd, known by his stage name Lloyd Banks, is an American rapper. He started his career as a member of the East Coast hip-hop group G-Unit, alongside childhood friends 50 Cent and Tony Yayo. Banks released his debut solo album, The Hunger for More, in 2004, which received positive reviews and peaked at #1 on the Billboard 200, making him the only G-Unit signee to achieve this feat. He followed up with his second album, Rotten Apple, in 2006. Banks left Interscope Records and signed with EMI in 2010, along with his G-Unit colleagues. His third album, Hunger for More 2, received moderate commercial success and improved critical response. Christopher Charles Lloyd net worth. He has an estimated net worth of $20 million. Much of his wealth is derived from his successful rap career. Banks is known to be a car enthusiast and owns several luxury vehicles like his Beamer, Mercedes-Benz, Lamborghini, and impressive luxurious watches. Banks resides in a luxurious mansion in Long Island, New York. Christopher Charles Lloyd early life. Banks was born in Baltimore, Maryland, and raised in the South Jamaica section of Queens Borough in New York City. His father spent most of his childhood in prison, leaving his mother to raise him and his two siblings. Lloyd attended August Martin High School but dropped out at the age of 16. For his stage name, he took his great-grandfather name, Banks. Christopher Charles Lloyd personal life. Banks joined his first group, G-Unit, in 1999 with 50 Cent and Tony Yayo. On September 10, 2001, Banks was shot twice while leaving a nightclub in Southside Jamaica, Queens, where he suffered stomach and back injuries where he was rushed to the nearest hospital. After all this, Banks re-established himself and released his first album, The Hunger for More, in 2004, which became the hit of the year. On August 2005, Lloyd Banks, Young Buck, and their entourage were traveling and were pulled over by police officers hence past a red light in Midtown Manhattan, and were accused of possession of illegal weapons. Felony gun charges against Lloyd Banks and Young Buck were dropped on November 8, 2006. Banks was dropped from Interscope Records in 2009. Thereafter, he announced on Friday, August 13, 2010, on MTV News that EMI Label Services has signed a deal with 50 Cent's label, G-Unit Records, in which EMI will distribute and promote releases on the G-Unit roster in North America, including Lloyd Banks' third album Hunger for More 2. Lloyd Banks left G-Unit Records in June 2018, announced in an Instagram post by 50 Cent. At the time, it seemed as if the two were still friends, as 50 would tell fans to check out Banks' new mixtape. However, it seems their relationship was no longer amicable. In between Lloyd Banks' departure from G-Unit and June 2021, Lloyd Banks remained relatively quiet, other than introducing a clothing line and touring places such as Australia. Lloyd Banks wasn't doing interviews or releasing any new projects other than some freestyles. In fact, Lloyd Banks hadn't released a new project since his mixtape Halloween Havoc 3 in 2016. Christopher Charles Lloyd professional career. G-Unit was founded by childhood friends Lloyd Banks, 50 Cent, and Tony Yayo. G-Unit released their first official group album, Beg for Mercy, in November 2003. Lloyd Banks released his solo debut album, The Hunger for More, in June 2004, which became a commercial success, receiving positive reviews and debuted at #1 in the Billboard 200. On October 10, 2006, Lloyd Banks released his second album, Rotten Apple. This hit was not a commercial success since his debut album sold significantly a higher number of copies compared to Rotten Apple. Banks was dropped from Interscope Records in 2009 and went on signing for the G-Unit Records, which released his new album, Officer Down, that dissed Rick Ross. A year later, Interscope Records reached back out to try to re-sign Lloyd Banks, but Banks declined the offer. On August 13, 2010, on MTV News that EMI Label Services will distribute and promote releases on the G-Unit roster in New York, including Lloyd Banks' third album, Hunger for More 2. After 11 years, on June 4, 2021, Lloyd Banks released his fourth album, The Course of the Inevitable, and Banks spoke about more upcoming music at a concert he held in Sony Hall. Christopher Charles Lloyd Awards. In 2004, Banks was awarded 2004's Mixtape Artist of the Year at the Mixtape Awards. In 2005, On Fire was nominated for Grammy Award for Best Rap Solo Performance. In 2006, Touch It Remix was nominated for Hip Hop Video of the Year and won for Best Collaboration at the BET Awards. The award was shared by Banks and his collaborators, Busta Rhymes, Mary J. Blige, Rod Digga, Missy Elliott, Papoose, and DMX. In conclusion, Lloyd Banks is a legendary hip-hop rapper who is best known as a member of the G-Unit and for his record album, Hunger for More. He is known for his influential and remarkable raps, hence producing a number of albums in his career. He has faced many challenges, but with his resilience and faith, he has achieved a number of awards due to his remarkable albums. He is a good inspiration to upcoming rappers for his faith and able fighting spirit towards achieving his goals. Thanks for watching. Give us a like, share with friends, click on the bell for notifications, and please subscribe.